Hi everybody, just thought I'd give you a quick update on my time here in St. Louis and what we're planning. So one of the big things that we were doing is I've created a nonprofit association called the Raynor Natural Healing Initiative, and that is going to basically be helping veterans and people suffering from PTSD, especially first responders, so police and ambulance, fire, and combat veterans and that sort of thing. And we want to make a documentary, and I've got a friend of mine from Hawaii who's a documentary filmmaker coming out to St. Louis to help get started on that. We want to basically document how Raynor Massage can help, or Raynor Massage can help with people with PTSD. So that's one of our big things that's happening, and I'm going to be looking for volunteers for that. So if anybody is interested, just shoot me an email, info@raynormassage.com or brandonraynor@gmail.com, and then you might we can have a Zoom meeting and discuss whether it's appropriate for you. But I'm looking at basically doing a study on how 20 hours of Raynor massage on somebody who's what I call a green light, which is somebody who's open to it, would basically benefit. And then we could present that to various people to help with veterans, and then I want to move into people, a broader section of the population, indigenous people and people who have suffered in any way, and just look at the effects, so documenting that. So if anybody would like to be a part of that, while I'm here in St. Louis, I'm going to be back in October, November. I'm here for another month or so, and then back to Australia. Also, if you're interested and you're from Australia, just let me know. The other thing I'm doing is starting to teach some courses. I'm starting to teach some foot reflexology courses here in St. Louis. So we're doing some 2-day seminars, one coming up at the end of August if I've got enough interest, so it's a bit late. But then I'm going to do a 10-day Raynor Massage Diploma course, or Massage Diploma course, in November. So basically that would be what we call our level 1, 2, and 3. Level 1 is the online course, and then level 2 and 3 is 2 5-day courses. So you can just either take one or the other, or all 3 of them. And that'll be held here in Fenton, which is a suburb of St. Louis, and at the Best Western in Fenton. So I'm renting there. I'm going to be able to do treatments from there as well. So if anybody wants any treatments while I'm here, just let me know. I'm formulating some packages and that kind of thing, and the Best Western also is going to do some deals for accommodation. So I usually recommend, if people are going to come, get 5 or 10 minimum hours, like Rock, when he came, my friend. You might have watched some of the videos he's in. He did 20 hours, and that made a significant impact, but he was in a very chronically tight state. So I still think we only made, we got him down from 99% tight to 60, 70% tight, and I recommend he comes back. But yeah, Rock's actually helping me with the nonprofit association, Raynor Natural Healing Initiative. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to document some of this, and my friend Mike, and he's going to he's really good at interviews and film and all that kind of stuff. I just use pretty just standard iPhone things and stuff like that for my filming, so I'm no expert. But yeah, we want to get it done really professionally, and document the whole healing process basically. So yeah, if somebody is interested in volunteering for that project, basically documenting the effects of Raynor Massage on PTSD, please let me know. And yeah, I'm also going to be teaching in Australia. I'm teaching in May in Gympie at a place called Glastonbury Hall, which I took some videos working on Dan and other people there. And it's a great hall out in the countryside, and it's very peaceful and a beautiful setting. The other things I'm working on are continuing on with our other courses, our flower essence courses and things like that. Missouri Botanical Gardens is a great place that I've been exploring and taking a lot of video footage and camera footage. So yeah, it's been very productive, and yeah, planning to release some more videos soon. Obviously, I'm backlogged on editing some of the ones at the moment, but I'm getting through them. And yeah, if anybody has any questions, let me know. We have, like I say, our online course that people can take from anywhere in the world. It takes about 50 hours to complete, and I do Zoom meetings with my students. I've released some of them. I don't put my students on the public ones, but some of the questions I've just been recently releasing. So I try and, as well as obviously in the massage videos, I'm showing the actual what I'm doing, but a lot of people have questions about why, or the philosophy behind what I'm doing, which is to find and get rid of chronic residual tension and working bands of tension and stuff like that. So sometimes for those who are wanting to look deeper into it, I I recommend taking the online course and coming to our Zoom meetings and asking any questions that you have, and then looking at our videos of other students asking questions. So yeah, so that's what I've been up to here in St. Louis. Been a hot summer here, but yeah, ready to go, ready to start doing treatments, ready to start training people. And I've also been compiling a list of all the massage regulations and reflexology regulations around the U.S. because every state's different. Kind of like in Missouri, where we are, you can practice. You don't have to get a license if you want to practice foot reflexology or hand reflexology. They have, you know, a thing basically exempting it from the massage laws, from the feet up to the knees, from the hands up to the elbows, and for head massage. So otherwise you have to do what, you know, go through the 500-hour process and getting a license and things. I had to do the whole licensing process, but they got my qualifications recognized from Australia for Missouri, so I'm what they call an LMT here now. But you know, I can train people who don't want to go through that process, who might want to be working on people's hands and feet, or if I set up a clinic here, they could be helping me by doing some of that work, because that's kind of what my long-term plan is too, is to have it where people come for like a 20-hour session, you know, obviously not in one go, but over a few days, over a week or something, depends how toxic they are and how much they can handle, and then get some of my my students to work with me to do some of the easier work on people's feet, get them warmed up, get them, you know, as loose as they can, and then I'll come in and do some of the other stuff. And we're looking at doing things like that in Mexico as well, with Karina and Gerardo, who are two of my teachers from Canada. Gerardo is originally from Mexico, and Karina is originally from Germany, but they live in BC. They're teaching again, and we got a lot of courses coming up in Canada, a lot of courses coming up in England with Dave Taylor, and some courses coming up in Australia with me and Fabio Paderno down in Victoria. So we got a lot going on, and you know, we'd love you all to be part of the process, you know, part of the healing journey. Those who are interested, those who've been following me for a while, you know, come along while I'm here in the States if you're based in North America. I'm not traveling quite as much, but like I said, I figured out all the law, or most of the laws, and where people can work, where people can't, what aspects of this work they can do. There's certain states where people can practice without having to get a license. There's certain other places where people can do feet and hand massage. So yeah, I'll put some links down in the below where I've got all of that information compiled as well, because it's been it's every state's different, and sometimes every city and county's different. And that's why people sometimes say, oh, you come into this state, you come into California, you come in here to do, but actually there's a whole lot of red tape involved in the massage industry in America. So it's not so easy for me to go. I can go to Vermont, I can go to certain places, but like California, I got to get licensed there in most of the places, and every city and county is different. And it's a big process to go through to get the license, so it's not so easy. It's a lot easier if people come to me, but they commit not just for 1 hour, because that's like almost like an introduction, if anything. But if you guys know what I do and you like it, come for 20 hours, come for 10 hours. I'll give you, you know, I'll work you out a good deal, and you know, get yourselves properly, like layers and layers and layers, or decades worth of tension gone. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. So again, thanks everybody for following, thanks for subscribing, thanks for being part of our Raynor Massage community. Massage, whatever. See you guys later.